cast a 250-pound half-scale replica of the Liberty Bell and a couple of other bells we will cast today. Once we get the furnace full, we want to use all the metal. What they're doing right now, they have a ladle over here that we've been preheating, and they'll move that over to the furnace and fill it up with the molten bronze. The bronze we use is 80% copper, 20% tin, and we heat it to 2200 degrees. 2200 degrees, it's very liquid, it's very fluid, and we only cast bells out of virgin material. The two foundry workers are Ralph and Jung and his brother Steve Jung. The molds of the bells are made of sand and a high temperature resin. It sets up almost as hard as concrete, and that's what's in these steel flasks. All right, going to turn the furnace up, fill the ladle with the molten bronze. We will not empty the furnace on this round, but we'll get 2 or 3 of the bells, and then we'll come back, refill the ladle, and pour the other 2. Now the material that he was just putting in the ladle is called phos copper. It's actually an additive to the bronze to keep the bronze from oxidizing. Now we preheated the ladle so that there would be no opportunity for the metal to cool down too much. The ladle's full. Front one. They're scraping off any impurities in the metal. We want to make sure that all the metal that goes into the mold contains no slag. Alrighty. Move the ladle over to the proper flask so we can pour the metal. What we'll do is take a temperature reading to make sure that it's approximately 2200 degrees. Again, we're going to remove some of the slag so it doesn't go into the mold. All right, now we've got a pouring basin, which is that tub on top of the mold. We fill that up with liquid bronze, and then from that point, we have to have one continuous pour of the bronze. We'll be looking for steam coming out of the top of the mold. That will tell us that the mold is filled with the liquid bronze. You see on the back right-hand side, steam coming out tells us the mold is filling properly. No leakage around the bottom of the mold or flask. All right, that one's done. Again, we'll clean the metal, get all lined up. There she goes. Steam coming out of the steam vents. Looks pretty good. Looks good. Top her off here. Nice job. We have to reload the furnace, or the reload from the furnace into the ladle. All right, we'll go ahead and fill the furnace again. We do make sure that there's no metal left in the furnace, because as it hardened, it would crack the liner to the furnace. So we make sure that we're emptying it all the way.
did because it started smoking real bad. Ralph said, what do you want to do? And I said, hell, just keep freaking melting, it won't run out. I hope we didn't burn up the, It's old. I mean, that thing, I think that's only the second crucible we've had in that furnace.
Yeah, we done a couple on the road.
Yeah. I don't know. I didn't Hey, Ralph, I guess that answers your question.
To add to all the fun, we just found out that the crucible is cracked. So if you have nothing to do tomorrow, you can come help us change it. All righty, put the ladle in place. Now that digital scale on the top of the ladle just simply tells us how much metal we have in the ladle. Again, we'll empty off all the slag. Alrighty. Again, we'll check the temperature of the metal, make sure that it's okay. Since we preheat the ladle, we usually don't lose too much temperature in the metal. Okie doke. See the steam coming out of the vents, which is a great sign. Means the mold is filling properly. Yeah, now they're going to pour the Liberty Bell. Presents a All right, I see the steam coming out, and I see flame coming out of the top of the Liberty Bell, which means we're getting close to filling the mold. All right, one Liberty Bell.
It's taking about 2 weeks for that.
But all right, we got a little bell to pour. We will most likely wait for 2 days before we break these out of the mold. Make sure that they're totally cool. And I was saying on the foundry on wheels that we have, we let that bell cool overnight and break it out, and the bell is still so hot after an all-night cooling that it would burn your hand. All right, if anybody has any questions, we'll be glad to try to answer them. All righty.